Welcome everybody to game number 2 at the Enter the Storm. We have the first NA tournament, and well, at this point, starting to the left side of the map, we have, as you can see, Vox Nihili right now, and to the right side it is Cognitive Gaming. So to the left we have Stray on Muradin. Once again, he is in the top of the North American server. We just saw the ranking released by Blizzard roughly a week ago. Rixie on Uther, we have the Goat on Vala, Goku on Zeratul, and Hosty on Zagara, whereas to the right side of the map it's Cognitive Gaming with Ayakona on Malfurion, Hospital on Sylvanas, Syracuse on Tyrande, Glorang on Sonya, and Skylol on ETC. So ready for some action here, and let's get this show on the road. Sonya in particular, that actually works really well, like with that Void Mount and Sonya with that skin, that doesn't really look too bad. I have to admit that I was a bit disappointed by the mount in general. The tints are just not really my taste, but that is pretty cool. So looking at the talents here, ETC in this case, they have a healer, they're actually two healers, they have a Tyrande and they have a Malfurion. So ETC decides that he doesn't need any of the prog rock talents, instead he goes straight for the power slide. So it's all about the stuns, and even more stuns, so that should be looking pretty decent. We have the Moonburn on Malfurion for the extra pressure, and as expected, Hosty is currently rocking the bot lane on the Zagara, just trying to make sure that they push that in. So this duel that we see here is basically both of the pushing heroes that can easily solo a lane, trying to make sure that none of the other is eliminating the lane itself in the towers. The reason is pretty simple, it's what we talked about earlier. If you are able to take down your opponent's gate and you go for the well and it can eliminate that, the next temple phase is going to be devastating for you. So that's, you need to keep these wells alive, at least for the first few seconds here. Up in the mid lane, Glorang trying to use that spear. We have a Zeratul in game here. We have actually a lot of sectioning off talents on the side of our blue team. Vox Nihili. These guys, they have currently the option to go into a Maw and then later on also into a Void Prison. Up to the top lane, Ayakona currently using with Malfurion the time to get the first few shots in. And it's actually the blue team that gets both of these temples for now. Goat on the pig, sounds like a burger, is currently up at the top and is trying to claim this one. Zeratul is the first one to die. It's not even the battle up at the top that's raging. Nope, it's Zeratul in the mid lane that just gets tossed here. Hospital, on the other hand, gets stunned, and wow, the second stun hits home. Good job here by Muradin and Uther. So they take one of the heroes out. It's the kill for a kill in the end. And in the mid lane, we still have that fight raging as Skylor and Syracuse are starting to move in here. Level 4 talents drop a bit faster for the red team. Cognitive at the bot lane with Glorang going up against Hosty. Needs to be careful against that Hydra, but he has Whirlwind to keep himself alive. Up here to the top, it looks like Ayakona is going to be the next target, and down he goes. Malfurion dead, and Goku jumps away with a quick blink. Zeratul, a hero that we don't see as often anymore as in the past. This Blizzard has nerfed him in the last few patches. We have interesting talents now also on level 4. We are seeing more of a damage focus on Tyrande, and it's not really a big surprise considering that they have a Malfurion in their setup as well. We see the Searing Arrows on level 4 that could lead us theoretically even on level 13 into the Huntress talent, Huntress mark, where you can just get even more attack speed out of Tyrande. The only thing is, of course, that you have to give up Overflowing Light if you really want to do that, and that takes quite a bit of your healing power away from you. So down to the bot lane, we're still seeing Hosty up against Hospital. We are also looking on level 4 now on the second power slide talent for ETC. So basically it's all about the increased width and length that we're seeing here, just like trying to get the most out of the talent in itself. When we're talking about Vala, it's the multi-shot build that we see, which makes kind of sense. If you're thinking about the shrines or the temple fights, it's AoE that really rules supreme here, and that's something that they're going to try to use whenever they can. So Vala choosing to go into a multi-shot build makes a whole lot of sense, especially of course since composite arrows is also a great talent to synergize later on with the level 13 talent where we can expect Frost Shot. We have, besides that, for Zeratul so far, still a pretty normal build. Zeratul players basically for the longest time either went into Seasoned Marksman for the extra damage after their follow-through and also the focus attack, or the Regeneration Master. And right now Goku has chosen to go Regeneration Master here. It's a pretty smart talent as well if you think about the change that Blizzard made to the hero. You have to be a bit more in the fight itself, so you will receive damage faster, and therefore, or it's easier for the opponent to attack you. So having Regeneration Master is going to help you quite a bit. Elun's Grace allowing Ayakona currently to just like spam his Malfurion spells a little bit faster. It's the range increase that really matters here, and that can be extremely helpful. And we have him with Enduring Growth, so no cleanse taken. And when we're honest for a second, you don't really need cleanse with the setup that we are seeing for Vox Nihili. It's not really a setup that just screams cleanse. There are of course a few talents where cleanse can be helpful, but having Enduring Growth is just so good when it comes to the healing numbers over the game. And with this build already, we can assume that he is at least tempted to go into his Life Seed talent on level 13 and get even more heals out there. If he doesn't need the Frost Armor, sorry, the Ice Block, of course, that is. Ferocious Healing has been chosen, and now that the Temple is active at the bot lane, both teams still have their well up. They can start to go in and do a bit of damage here. Seeing attacks have been chosen, follow through, we've been talking about that a little bit earlier. Mid lane is still being pushed, and yeah, this is starting to become a very, very interesting game here on the side of Vox Nihili, because they're taking a bit of a lead. Glorang is down, and that's great for Vox Nihili. 3 kills against 1, they get the bottom temple, and there is not really a whole lot that Cognitive is currently doing against this. Hospital is thinking about pushing the top lane, but it's not going to be easy for him, since everybody else is starting to rotate over. There's Goat already. We have Zeratul always on the watch for an easy kill. This is, by the way, a pretty tricky move, the Admiral Aqua push. It's a trap! And let's find out if he can actually, like, catch Vala there. Doesn't look like it. Heroics have been taken. Skylord with the first stun. Vault used. Well played. And now there's a trap. That's where we have now the heroes starting to move in. Stray is on the way already with the Void Prison. There's the Stormbolt. There it is. It hits Tyrande. Strafe has been used. And goodbye ETC as well. Moo! The cow is down. There's beef for dinner. And that is looking extremely solid right now for Vox Nihili. Cognitive is running into a lot of trouble here. 5 kills against them, and them also, of course, now losing crucial heroes at a time where they just can't afford to do that. They're 2 levels behind. That level 10 talent is not the only thing that is giving them trouble. They were trying to take a hero down, but they engaged into a fort against Vala, even though the rest of the opponent's team was rotating over to move in here. Very well done there on the side of Vox Nihili. Level 10s are now finally in play, which gives us battle momentum. We have Shadow Stalk, also Youth, which is by now a healing talent, has been changed after the last patch. And especially that Wailing Arrow is, of course, a crucial talent for them right now. They have to get that in. Oh, looks like Stray might die here, but he uses Avatar. The Goat, on the other hand, is trying to ride away on the pig, and, well, that in itself is already wrong on so many levels, but it's also not going to bring him to safety, since, yeah, that was the second kill now for Cognitive. And Cognitive, they know how to exploit an advantage, don't they? Aggressive as they are, they move in and try to drop the fort. Here comes another power slide. What a jump by Stray. Muradin is able to get away here in the last second. Job well done. Goku also on the run, but that fort has fallen. It's still a level lead that we're currently seeing on the side of Vox Nihili, but Cognitive is really starting to do that. So we have at this point still the rotation down to the bot lane. Goku is on the way, and yeah, that minion survives. He shows mercy. But he is going for the mercenaries. He's just like trying to fry bigger fish, and that's where those mercenary camps with the siege giants come into play. We already see over here the next shrines active. We have 2 shrines currently up. No talent lead right now. This is a really good time for Cognitive to fight, because now they can try to fight on eye level and then take their opponent's heroes down and maybe make sure that this gap in experience is being bridged. Goku is collecting shots down to the bot lane. We have the mid lane temple completely taken on the side of Cognitive though. And Cognitive is really starting to leave their mark. The problem is that level 13 talents are up against them, but the stun against Uther up at the top is really good. Divine Shield saving his ass for a moment, but Stray is starting to move in, and this time Cognitive moves back. They know they can't fight here. 5 versus 5, not gonna happen. ETC, by the way, did not go into Mosh Pit. This bad boy went old school. He went straight into the jump, going for the stage dive here. We have Wormhole taken. Here's the Frost Shot that we've been talking about earlier. Great synergy with the level 1 talent. Good control during these team fights. And also, we have now Shrink Ray, Thunderstrike, and the Mutalisk taken. Fort after fort has fallen on the side of Cognitive, and they have to defend the bot lane, which is currently the job of Hospital on his Sylvanas. They're starting to push this in again, but it is, thanks to the temple shots, already the first keep that is being attacked, or at least the wall that is trying to defend it. So ETC can now go for split push experience. Thanks to the talent that he has taken on level 10, he can try and do that and then jump in with a stage dive or save himself, of course, if he's being attacked. But it's going to be a little bit difficult for them to really control these fights. The power slide talents are going to help to make up for that missing mosh pit. It's at least some control that you get during such a battle. They need to hit that Wailing Arrow. That's basically the bottom line here. And, well, as long as there are this many creep tumors on the map, and especially around the boss area, there's also no way for them to move in and try to steal that away. So that's not going to work either. You have right now Gon and Stray, they all just like take the camps on the map. There's nothing really else to grab except for the boss, I suppose. But level 13 talents soon enough. Sky was trying to take down Goku, but here comes again Zeratul. He's not even jumping away, he's staying. He's not using Wormhole. He gets locked down for a second, but look at ETC just melting away. Wow. That was not... yeah, that didn't take long. And they're also trying to go for Glorang, who uses his Mystic Spear to move away. He's actually escaping. He is escaping. Skilled Mystic Spear on 13, moved away immediately and got to escape. Has, of course, that slight speed bonus that he gets out of his trade as well. It's still a 2.5 level lead that we are seeing for Vox Nihili, and I mean, Cognitive, they went into this tournament probably with big plans, but it doesn't really look like it. I love this, by the way. This is one of the things, I have to admit this right now. I'm loving this move, taking down walls. It seems like such a minor thing, but for some reason on the European server, most teams actually, they just completely ignore walls. They refuse to eliminate them. And it's vision on the map. It's free vision for your opponent. Why on God's green earth would you not take it down? So I love this move on the side of Vox Nihili. They dedicate 2 heroes for just a few seconds to take these walls down. It's limitation of your opponent's vision. They themselves have great vision thanks to the Zagara. Zagara didn't go into Endless Creep on level 7, but instead chose Battle Momentum, which is going to increase her damage output. But to be absolutely honest, this is still working for her. There's great vision for them on the map. They have camps pushing the bot lane right now. Up at the top lane, that's where the fight is once again happening. Here comes ETC, he moves in. Glorang, can he go for the move? Iacona a bit early, to be honest, with that Tranquility. He was expecting that fight to really hit, but the Tranquility did nothing. And now Hospital is down. The silence is too late. ETC is also being attacked. He tries to jump away, but he gets blown to pieces too. Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate for Cognitive. Iacona with a heroic ability a bit too early. Tranquility didn't help them. He expected them to jump in, but apparently Vox Nihili identified that and moved away, waited until Tranquility was over, and then they turned around, and that's kind of, yeah, resulted in the death of 2 heroes at least. They have the boss taken right from the get-go, and I have to admit that Vox Nihili is doing an incredible job here. They're really controlling this match right now. They have currently a 2-level lead. They are a talent ahead as well. They're having now the double bombs on the side of Zeratul. We're talking about like Benediction for Uther. There's Stoneform for Muradin, and of course there is the Hunter Killer Tandle on level 16 for Zagara as well with the Brood expansion and the double. Yeah, Glorang is moving in, but the problem is ETC, there he is. There he is, the cow is in. Divine Shield, look at that on Stray with Muradin. Not sure if that was intentional. It looked like Zeratul could use it a little bit more, but we have now also the strafe being used, and after the kills on Tyrande and Sonya, ETC falls too. This is 11 kills against 2 at this point, and just an incredible game that we are seeing by Vox Nihili. These guys are absolutely on fire right now. They have still temples up on the map that they can destroy, but they are going through these walls first. And they, why shouldn't they? I mean, like, the more structures you destroy, the more important these temple shots become. And that is what they're currently exploiting as much as they can. So there's already a keep that is about to be blown to pieces. They can take that well too. There's the double bomb, and Goku says like, nope, you die. Jumps in and jumps out, but now he might actually go down. Iacona hits him perfectly with the Moonburn, with the Moonfire. But yeah, there's very little else that he can do. They just don't have the chase potential at this point. At least not with the heroes that they're running here. So the temples are taken, both of them. There's so much vision on the map that Vox Nihili knows exactly where the opponent is positioning himself. So that's what's happening here right now. Mid lane, just look at this keep. It's already being obliterated. Whereas we have Glorang and Hospital waiting here. Stray can always jump back. He knows that too. He's waiting. But now they jump in and he moves away immediately. Doesn't even give him a chance to lock him down with a few stuns. So a double kill on the keeps. The top lane and mid lane has been eliminated. Bot lane also falling. And that means that one more temple in the next phase is going to eliminate Yeah, it's going to eliminate Cognitive. That is not how they imagined their first qualifier here for the end of the Storm tournament. We have the level 16 talents for them now. Maybe that is going to make the difference. The stone skin here on Sonya is going to keep her alive for a bit longer. We're also now in a position where we have Tenacious Roots. By the way, Malfurion went for Ice Block. We've been talking about the potential for more damage for Tyrande, but it's Overflowing Light instead that they chose to take. And yeah, with this, it's a pretty solid setup that we are seeing here of level 16 talents. The problem is that the opponent is level 20 and ETC could die. Oh yes, yes, he is dying. ETC is down. It's a double rewind that we are seeing here. One on Mirrodin, the other one on Zeratul. Double Bolt of the Storm. And with the 5 versus 4 situation, 4 levels ahead, they can actually end this game right now. I mean, there's not even anything on the map that they can take. God, I'm loving this. This is awesome. Yeah, take these walls. Take them. You want them. Oh yeah, take it, baby. So, great. They take the walls down. Loving it. I'm a fan already. You have no idea how much it frustrates me on the European server when I see that. But I like that a lot here. Just waste a second or two, get these walls, limit vision, it's great. But yeah, here comes the fight. Sectioning of the first hero. No heals for Malfurion and the kill against Tyrande. And here goes now Sylvanas. The core is being attacked and this looks like an easy victory right now. ETC with a stage dive, but in my opinion this is already too late. Everybody's moving in, even though Siege Giants are helping out now. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is game as Vox Nihili takes down Cognitive Gaming at the end of the Storm NA. Alright everybody, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching the video. I hope that you enjoyed the commentary and also the game. If you really liked it, feel free to also share it with your friends, especially of course if they're interested in Heroes of the Storm esports. And if you like the video, then also hit that thumbs up button on YouTube. And if you want to support the channel and myself, then you can subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. Thanks again for watching today. I really hope that you enjoyed the show. It was a pleasure casting for you. And I hope to see you guys next time with more Heroes of the Storm here on KhaldorTV.